in other news, now this is serious. And this is something I know for a fact I done talked about a lot of times as far as the power being in the people's hands. Not the people we vote for and the artificial power. I mean real power. So, and they're actually
You talking about the shit where they hopped on the field?
No, I didn't. No,
I thought you were talking about that.
There's a strike that's about to go down.
Yeah.
October 1st is the date. So the ports are threatening to shut down everything. We're talking about over 40,000 port workers are reportedly from here to Maine is going to shut down the ports because they want better wages and they're tired of this automation taking their jobs. So people are losing their jobs at the ports due to automation. If you don't know what automation is, that's a fucking machine.
What ports was these? The ones in New York?
So you might go
from Maine to Texas.
From Maine to Texas. So you might go into a port yard and it's just security in there. You see the trucks driving around. You see the cranes move, like all automated. So that used to be people's jobs. That used to be your great granddad's job, and he would get a card and pass that down to his son, and he would pass that down to his son, and he would pass that down to his daughter, and that was enough for people to have wonderful lives. Because if you know anything about longshoremen, you know what type of money they make, and people were buying houses, having retirement. It was booming the economy for people who work down there. So they're threatening to shut that down. What that does is that closes imports for damn near half the goods in this country. We talking about oil and fuel. What they said, for every day the port is shut down, it's going to take 5 to 7 days to make up for that one day. So for every day that the port is down, they said it's about $3 to $5 billion in losses of goods not coming in, oil not coming in. Basically, every single thing in the country that we buy and use comes through the ports. Long Beach has one of the largest ports in the world. So does Los Angeles, Texas, what he said, Maine. This is huge.
In simple terms, too, like he's explaining to y'all, from tissue to gas to everything. So a lot of these things that people don't even think they need right now, you're going to need it, and in those moments. And I think it's a good thing, though, in a sense. I think people should start stockpiling up right now and do what you do, because that's going to be down there basically like a world shutdown. Because if the gas is not coming in, or certain things is not going to be to a point that people can go consume without running out, that means people going to stop driving 45 minutes to an hour to work. It's going to stop a lot of different shit. And I think that's going to be like a real reset. And I'm starting to see, we seeing in real time the things that they keep doing to us as far as like test dummies, to in a sense. It's like, y'all don't want to pay these people when they worth what they're working for, and they don't want to give them people those wages. It's crazy in a sense.
So the ILA, the representative who is, I guess, speaking for them, basically the strike is going to impact a wide range of goods, like he said, including apparel, footwear, fresh produce, meat, and automotive parts. So if you've been paying attention to anything that's been going on online, shout out to Tinfoil Hat Gang, they've been saying that there's gonna be a food shortage coming up. To stock up on your generator, stock up on your ammunition, because it's gonna get real greedy out here. It's gonna get real grimy out here when there is a fuel shortage and the gas is $20 a gallon and people is trying to fill up at the pumps. There's no food coming in, so now you're talking about people starving, people running in their neighbor's house to get food, ransacking grocery stores, and there's no more fuel coming in. Ain't no public transportation. You talking about flights getting canceled. We're talking about complete chaos. What was that movie that came out?
When the white dude went to the house and shit, huh? You talking about, yeah.
When all the power and shit
Leave
went
the
out.
World Behind.
Leave the world behind. We talking about that in real time. So basically, 40,000 workers are seeking higher wages and protection against automation, like I said.
All this money we be wasting, they don't want to pay them.
$5 billion a day. That's what the strike is going to cost. $5 billion a day. So I don't think the strike's going to actually happen. I think their demands are going to get met. But like bro said, the strike might need to happen so people can see the type of panic that ensues on these politicians and these corporate bankers and these people in power, and watch how fast they come down and talk to these workers to try and meet their demands. Watch, mark my words.
I think they should all be fired, and their job should be given to people who really want to work and appreciate the right to work in America. Because fuck the Teamsters. They voted for the shit that's happening to them. The Teamsters been voting Democrat, endorsing Democrats since 1996. Who's the person who fucked they shit up? Listen. Who the person who fucked they shit up with NAFTA, NAFTA 2, all that stuff, letting Mexican trucks come into the United States and move loads and stuff without no regulation? The Democrats. So fuck you very much, Sean O'Brien, the fucking president of the Teamsters nationally. You're a piece of shit. You voted Democrat. Democrats are all about moving American jobs overseas and allowing people from Canada, Mexico, El Salvador and shit to come over and move loads across American soil. That's on them. Then what really pisses me off with the Teamsters, and this is why I hate unions.
Shout out to the union,
60% of union workers support Donald Trump. 60%. Less than 25% support Kamala Harris. What does the Teamsters union do? Do they say, you know what? Nationally, we're going to endorse Trump. The majority of our workers support Trump.
Kamala, yeah.
No, they endorse to nobody.
You sure? Okay.
They endorse to nobody, right? And the RNC let the Teamsters president, Sean O'Brien, speak at their conference about what was important to the Teamsters and all that. The DNC, the Democrats, didn't even invite him. Wouldn't even let him come speak. On top of that, if the will of your workers says, we support Trump, you are the union that represents them. That means you should endorse who? Trump. But they didn't. And that highlights a very problematic dynamic that exists in unions that I can't stand. That is why I am anti-union. The higher ups in the union they are not in lockstep with the will of the union members. They take their money and then they use that money to further their own selfish interests. For example, the United Auto Workers Union. United Auto Workers don't fucking support Kamala Harris or the Democrats because they want to let Chinese people bring all these cheap electric vehicles into America. They support Trump. But who did their union endorse? Kamala Harris. So what I'm saying is, what's the fucking point of having the union when it doesn't represent your opinion, your values, and your will? And when I was in a union, I fucking hated it. They took my money, and then when it came time for me to have to go to battle with my company, they never supported me. But then I realized something. The union reps and the union bosses, they're in cahoots with the corporate billionaires. They're on their yachts. They're getting taken to vacations by them. They're treating them to dinners and lunches and brunches. They can never be on your side. Unions are purely exploitation of workers, and they make it impossible for you to fight for your own right to work in America. So guess what? You know who's raising your prices? The Teamsters are raising your prices. I'm not blaming it on the corporations because the corporations are ready to do business as usual. The Teamsters want more pay. They're getting paid like 5 times more than everybody. They're just fucking greedy, man. That's the reality. A longshoreman makes way more money than the average worker. Them dudes is making $150. There's people making $200,000 a year like they're a damn doctor. You don't need more money. You're just fucking greedy. You want to get more for doing less. And that's what I think unions are all about. Let's get more for doing less. Get rid of the unions. Make every state a right-to-work state. Those unions will not be able to compete. And guess what? America will be back in
how important are union jobs if he just said the economy
could possibly crash?
Yeah, can crash to that extent. That's how important. They probably need to be getting more damn money because without them, a lot of things that you live off of wouldn't be in motion. To sit here and say they don't deserve that money is crazy work.
We need to get rid of the unions.
But I just think I think it's a bigger ploy and a bigger plot that they getting at anyway because they're getting to a point, like you said, they have a lot of technology, a lot of things that's taken over. And they already, I forgot where they said it at. Don't quote me on this, but I think by 2030 or 2040, they're trying to get rid of most of the jobs anyway out of people to where artificial intelligence is running all these things where they don't have to pay people in the first place. So this might be a test for them to see what they can accomplish without it or how much people are willing to wage against it.
Look, I don't believe... See, and this is why I say get rid of the unions. Look at what the longshoreman union is doing. Look at what the Teamsters are doing. They're stopping up production and they're stopping the products from getting to where they need to go because they're mad about their pay. Listen, man, go to work, negotiate your contract.
Listen, bro, hold on. I got to stop you there. First of all, a lot of the shit you say is true. A lot of shit you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Okay.
We actually need more unions because unions protect jobs. Do you know without a union, your company can fire you with no cause and no explanation? With unions, they have to go through steps. So you can be late and your job just can't say you're fired because you're late. You can fail a drug test and your job just can't fire you because you failed the drug test. Unions protect jobs. Unions give livable wages. This is why companies fight for union wages, because without the unions fighting for these wages that a lot of these union workers get and deserve, they will be paying you fucking peanuts. You're talking to somebody who was in a union. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know how the company treats non-union workers and the non-union side of the company, where you hear people come today, gone tomorrow, no explanation just because they felt like it. Nah, it's different with the union. They got to come, they got to negotiate, they got to actually treat you like a fucking person. So the union actually protects workers. Is there corruption in unions? Yes, like there's corruption in everything. So it's corruption in politics. It's corruption in the school system, in the medical system. It's corruption in life, period. But that does not take away the good that these things provide. Fucking, you don't know what type of bills these people got. Just because they get paid 3-4 more times than some other workers. Guess what? My job is 3-4 more times more important than you. We get all the good. All the goods come through us. If we're not working, the economy is shut down. It's not, the economy's fucked up a little bit. It's shut down. We're losing $5 billion a day. People can't gas up their car. This company can't gas up buses. They can't get trains on the track. We can't get planes in the air. We can't get food in the motherfucking grocery stores. We can't get goods in the stores. We're talking about economy stop, complete chaos. So if they want more money, hey, sit down and talk about it and let's make it make sense. Because none of your companies, nobody that's not union, your company didn't sit down and say, hey, we know the economy's inflation is up. We know gas is down to $10 a gallon. We know groceries are 3 times what they were 2 years ago. We're going to give you a little bit more to help you keep you afloat. Guess what they did? You came, did the same amount of work. Some people did more because they fired a lot of people during COVID and they put other responsibilities on the workers who stayed there. But guess what? Their pay didn't go up. You know what the union did? Fuck that. You want us to do more work? Our pay is going up, bro. You're tripping. We ain't doing more work for less pay. But guess what? If you're not union, you either take what the fuck they say or you got to get the fuck on and step. So, bro, you're tripping. You got a gripe to pick with Teamsters. That's cool. Whatever. I'm not against you on that.
So
but you crazy as fuck.
You're wrong. You're saying that you can't get fired if you're in a union. That's bullshit.
I didn't say you
couldn't get fired. He said you got to go through more layers.
You said if somebody fails a drug test.
Yeah, that's a fire.
Wait a minute.
No,
you can't get fired, bro.
Wait. So
nigga.
Wait.
Didn't I just say I'm in the union?
They gonna argue with you all the way.
Now you arguing with somebody who has lived life experience.
I didn't interrupt you.
Lived life experience. Go ahead.
Interrupt you.
Niggas crazy.
Did the union teach you how to do that too? Look, basically, I've been in a union. I've been in 2 unions. Here's the thing.
Lucky.
Why would you want somebody to?
Oh my God! This nigga talking about a fucking grocery store.
What's the difference? Unions are unions.
You comparing the grocery store to the longshoremen?
When the UFCW Local 324 went on strike against the grocery.
I'm sorry for yelling people, but this nigga's crazy.
When they went on strike against the grocery companies, you do know that the Teamsters also threatened to go on strike with us because all that shit's connected. Like the trucks that the Teamsters fill up, they go to grocery stores and bring products to stores, retail. It's all connected.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you're in the same union.
It doesn't mean you're in the same union. But what I'm telling you,
go on strike. The longshoremen ain't going on strike.
They will.
If Lucky's grocery store goes on strike, the longshoremen don't give a fuck.
They will.
They're making 200 bands, working 6 months out of the year.
What I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
What the fuck is you talking about?
Your argument, you just defeated your own argument. Someone making 200 bands is complaining about their pay. What I'm telling you is, all unions do is stifle progress. They don't protect people's job because when people need them the most, they're never there. Prime example, last year they did the railroad strike. What did their union do? Nothing. Them motherfuckers didn't get nothing. They got nothing. Their union totally dropped the ball The Democrat Union Joe, who said he's all about unions, forced those railroad workers to go back to work. At the end of the day, we live in a land of laws. If you own a corporation, you can fire somebody whenever you see fit. You're making a choice.
Not when it's union
yes,
there.
you can.
No, you can't.
Okay, so people from unions don't get laid off?
Listen, what I said.
They get laid off all the time.
There's a difference between getting laid off due to something like COVID or something, and the company's scaling back versus firing an employee.
The company is scaling back?
So say wherever Kali works.
Right.
He pops a dirty.
Right.
He's fired.
Okay.
You know, in unions, they have steps. Okay. You know, he can go to rehab. We might let you go to rehab for 30 days, no pay, but your job is still safe. The little perks like that come with being in a union.
Why should that person's job be safe?
Because people make mistakes.
Why would you reward somebody who was putting people's lives in danger?
Your fucking life ain't in danger.
All that point don't matter. The whole point was that
matter.
No, the whole point was he was saying is that unions are more protected than regular jobs. That means all jobs should work that way if that's the case.
So if you're dealing with pain and you go to a med shop and you get some CBD product that has a hint of THC.
Yeah.
And you've been doing that to treat your pain. Yeah. You go to work and get a dirty. You know you don't do drugs. You know you ain't been smoking weed.
I should have notified my job.
No, fuck all that. But that pops up on your test. You now lose your livelihood for treating pain.
So if you're a fucking crane
unions
operator,
can stop. Bro, they're not getting high on a fucking crane. If I go home,
how do you know?
If I go home and take a CBD gummy, I'm not high when I wake up and go to work, nigga. That's completely different. And if you've been in unions, we ain't even gonna talk about back in the 80s when them niggas was on cranes on coke and all type of shit.
Drunk, all that.
Yeah, so let's not even go down that route. So all the union did
was make the job more.
So let's not go down that route. That's different.
Let me get this.
But all I'm gonna say.
Let me say this. You speak from your perspective. I have a job.
I speak from lived life experience.
I have a job. I feel like the best job I had, which is the job I have now, it has no union. And our boss, the owner of the company, he treats us way better than the unions. Like, I worked under 2 different unions. The unions were shit, bro. Like, when you...
What do you do?
I think it depends.
I work with developmentally disabled people.
What do you do?
I work with developmentally disabled people.
Okay, you work with...
Because we had unions in the hospital and they was
I'm a supervisor, so basically I just delegated and sent emails to different people.
You comparing that to the people who keep the country running?
Yes, because...
Listen, your union is as strong...
Stop yourself.
Hold on.
You're saying the infrastructure should work the same.
No. Because you giving misinformation, nigga. No. Back to the railroad strike.
No.
Your union is as strong as the numbers that you have and the impact that you guys going on strike makes. So Lucky's, where he was in the union at a grocery store,
has more people than the railroad
union. You not
union.
bagging groceries doesn't affect the economy.
That's not
we can
true.
go to Food for Less. We can go to Sprouts. We can go to Trader Joe's.
Those are all union
we can
jobs.
go to Costco. We can go a lot of places to get food
Those are all union
and
jobs
groceries
except for Costco.
other than Lucky's. If the ports go on strike, the country shut down. The economy, it cost the economy $5 billion with a B a day.
So
for every 1 day they on strike, it takes 6 to 7 days to clear out that cargo.
So if nobody
don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Nobody takes care of the developmentally disabled people. What happened? They just in the street rolling around.
A lot of people don't even give a fuck about the people in them places.
But that's why it's
go drive down Hollywood Boulevard and tell me if they give a fuck.
I'm talking about even people.
Developmentally disabled are people like in wheelchairs, people at accidents.
How is that affecting the economy? How is that affecting the economy?
Well, that affects our society.
No, fuck. How is it affecting the economy?
Because there's a lot of people. Listen, there's a lot of people who work and stuff who have kids that have autism, Asperger's, all that. What do they do with those kids? If they can't be at home work.
You're talking about individual rare cases,
and it's levels of autism.
The ports closing affects everybody.
Listen.
No, listen. You listen, nigga. That rare case doesn't affect the economy.
But the port's not
closing.
The
port's closing. The port's shutting down. Them going on strike affects everybody in the country.
The ports are closing.
You, him,
the
me.
The ports are closing because rich people who work at the ports want more money. A nigga making $200,000 a year is like, I need to get paid more.
That's not rich.
2 more weeks of making a vacation. That's not a justified reason.
That's
to shut
not
down
rich.
The fucking transportation.
We're in California, 200,000.
Would you say that's justifiable?
Well, the unions that we're speaking on are
from Houston to Maine.
So that's pretty solid.
They're bullshit.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Solid to you because you ain't making 200 bands.
No, bro, but why would
you don't know what type
why
of
are we sitting up defending people who make $150,000 a year being bitches complaining about not making enough money? Bro,
I think it's more to it than that, but
it's just like when I was in the grocery store. We had cashiers who was making.
It sound like you pocket watching.
No, let me
nigga.
say this. We had cashiers.
It sound like you pocket watching.
Okay, you
nigga.
gonna let me get my point out? Listen, we had cashiers who were making great money. They had houses, boats, all that. They got hired in the 80s. The contract was great. Those people basically went on strike for more pay, not because they needed more pay. They went on strike because they had bad spending habits, were living above their means. Bro, you working at a grocery store, you trying to buy $1 million home. This is the same thing with the longshoremen, with all those people in those unions. They're making great money. Instead of saying, you know, let me manage my money better. Motherfuckers want to go get drunk and party every night, spend $3,000.
You sound like a CNN fucking commercial.
Listen,
It's 2024. All these fucking houses are $1 million,
These
nigga.
people make great
People
money.
ain't mismanaging money. Their money's being taken away due to inflation.
They make
for every dollar you had.
inflation caused by the people
For
they
every
voted for.
dollar you had.
Oh, sorry.
For every dollar you had, you now have maybe.
Inflation-
You now have maybe
Inflation
65
caused-
cents.
Inflation costs.
It's not mismanaging when your money's doing this.
I'm saying
Poof,
straight,
be
listen,
gone, nigga.
Inflation caused by the politicians.
And why you
that the-
pocket watching
Let me
other
keep-
grown
let me
men?
say what I
Make
gotta
more
say.
money,
Let me say
nigga.
what I gotta say. Inflation caused by the politicians that the Teamsters endorsed unanimously. So don't fucking get over here shutting down my ability to go buy a flat screen TV because you selected a candidate who caused inflation, which made it harder for
Stop
you to
taking
earn a
everything
living.
back to this goddamn
No,
political
that's what it
shit.
is. That's what. Who did the Teamsters endorse in 2020? Biden. What did Biden do? Got it immediately caused hyperinflation. Fuck them. They caused that.
This ain't the first time a union decided to make team up
and
and
the
go on a
Teamsters
strike.
aren't responsible for either party winning, regardless of if they endorsed or not. It takes more than the fucking Teamsters to get somebody in office. So even that argument alone is fucking
But
stupid.
a lot of people vote based on who the Teamsters
Man, shut
support.
the fuck up. Most
This
people don't
is
even
the
know
truth.
who the Teamsters
No,
are.
most people know the Teamsters.
Let's go.
Just
listen.
because you didn't know
Hold on,
Teamsters
time out.
working there, that don't mean that nobody
I
knows.
think I'll bet you $100 we can go right now in any random Target,
go. Let's
Walmart,
go.
wherever. Say, do you know who the
Let's go.
Teamsters are?
Let's go.
Do you know who they
Let's
voted
go.
for?
You'll lose. We're
Shake
Orange
my
County.
hand.
We're Orange
Shake
County.
my hand.
Let's shake.
You niggas is too much for me, man.
Okay. And we go to grocery store.
$100, nigga. We going to Target right now.
All right, cool.
We going to Target right
Perfect,
now.
perfect.
$100,
Okay,
nigga.
$100.
Run me my money.
$100.
Since you making all this money helping.
$100. We in the perfect county.
Helping
too.
kids with
We in the
autism.
perfect county too. White people know shit.
This nigga works in a retirement home,
Hey.
and he wants to say
Speak
him
less
going on
and let
strike
your money do the talking.
is comparable
He tried to talk until
to
Target closed.
the longshoremen shutting down the
Y'all
ports
funny as hell.
We can
nationally.
call a random person in your phone and see if they know who the Teamsters are.
Listen, don't argue with
Let's
fools.
let Holly pick the person right here.
Listen,
$100.
here's what a wise man said: don't argue with fools because people from
All
a
right,
distance
let's do
can't
this.
tell who is who.
Let's do this.
I know I probably look like a fool
Why
right
don't we do
now
this?
for
You call a
entertaining
random
this
person on your phone.
this
We
retard.
not, nigga, we not gonna know who the Teamsters are.
You never know.
Call somebody. Nigga, call somebody, nigga.
20-some
They
years
don't know
old,
who the
nigga.
Teamsters are, nigga.
Please, they know
Fuck
who the
outta here.
Teamsters
This
are.
nigga's crazy.
They know who the Teamsters are. People know these
Nobody
things.
know, bro.
Niggas say, oh,
You
yeah,
guys
who the
assume.
Teamsters voted for? Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
voting.
do people know who
I
the
think
Teamsters
maybe
are?
back in the day, that sounds like some-
People.
Cause nobody know. Ain't no justifying.
Man, we could all call somebody right now. I bet you they know
Only
who the
Teamsters I knew
are.
was on the Irishman, nigga. That's
The
it.
Teamsters. What
This
the
nigga is crazy.
Man, most people know what the Teamsters are.
Bottom line, this might low key gotta happen just so people can have a reboot of how much power that we really got. So the next time they try to pull a COVID, we can say, fuck no.
I hope their
We
needs,
ain't
I hope
going
the
with
needs
that.
get
Do
met
shit
though. I
during
hope the needs get
COVID.
met.
Listen,
They said they already
listen.
are expecting a shutdown. The ILA spokesperson, whoever it was, he said that.
The Teamsters
hopefully
supported
the
COVID.
needs get met, man. Because I mean, why not? As
What
you
I'm-
look at it, if you really think about it, why not make
Make California a right to work state. Get
know what
rid of
I'm
these
saying?
fucking
Why
unions. They're
not?
nothing but leeches
Listen.
and they take advantage of the.
This a
they
nigga
hurt
that's
the economy.
This a nigga that's pocket watching and hating. You
I'm
notice
not
the only
pocket
problem
watching nobody.
the only problem he had was they don't like the same political party he likes, and they make 200 bands and he don't.
No,
That sound like
the
hate.
problem I have is that the leadership of these unions does not represent the will of the worker. They don't. If the workers support Trump, the national Teamsters union heads should endorse Trump.
The only
They
thing
didn't.
the only thing I'll say about that is most people who do support Trump are big on politics not coming into playing work. So I don't think that they would necessarily care if whatever their union endorses, as long as they can do what they want to do.
Politics has everything to do with transportation. And this is why I tell y'all.
But do you get what I'm saying?
I get
Drill,
what you're
baby,
saying,
drill.
But you guys have a very skewed idea of reality. The whole shit is gone if we can't keep energy affordable. So if you got one bitch who wants to raise energy prices astronomically, meaning you can't even move something from Atlanta to Long Beach without it being triple the damn cost in energy and gas to get here, then you need to go for the other guy who's like, drill, baby, drill. Let's get more more
baby,
oil
drill.
produced so we can have cheaper costs for energy. That helps the Teamsters union. That means they can hire more people. They can get more shit moved faster. This is all interconnected. Black people and people who are half black, like Kali, they always think nothing is connected to them. The world, you're not an island. You're connected to every fucking thing, one way or another one. So it all matters.
Hey, Cub been firing at you all episode, Cub. Hey, Cub, you got to
really got
defend
nothing to
yourself.
say.
That
Cub.
was
I can't-
Kali is fully black.
Hey, he took shots at your age. He taking shots at
No,
your
I
age.
didn't.
Yeah,
Stop
you did.
trying to.
That's what.
And
older
get
niggas-
off on
that's
Cub.
what
You need a
older niggas
viral
do.
moment anyway, Cub. Get off on
Yeah,
Cub.
that's what older niggas do.
Fire
We
Cub
have
shit
nothing
up.
I ain't
else.
tripping.
You got to ref for Gen
We have
Z,
erectile
Cub.
dysfunction. We have nothing else to.
Smack Cub with the mic or something,
Bro,
nigga.
I mean, he said he did it for himself. He said indictments don't matter. I mean, niggas say all type of shit.
Indictments don't matter. You
You young niggas are reading indictments. Like what, nigga? We're reading indictments. Yes, we are. We're reading the indictments.
Young
Bro,
niggas are reading
Instead of
indictments.
watching YouTube, nigga, we're reading the
They
indictments. Come on,
indicted
bro.
OJ.
Nigga said young niggas read indictments. Okay, well, I'm a young
didn't
nigga.
say that. I
I'm a
said
young
you're
nigga.
going off of
Play it back.
indictments.
You know what?
That's what these young niggas, man. These young niggas read
Indictments
indictments.
are nothing
Hey,
more than unsubstantiated
I get what you're saying.
He's-
but you making it seem like an
This is how
indictment is something young niggas
this
just
is
pick up
how
and read.
easy shit is when you allow certain things. You don't see how quick he put that battery in his back? He ain't even catch it. He just powered up.
He was trying. No,
Don't
Kali-
ever let niggas put batteries in your back.
Hey, Kali had a good reaction. He stayed calm and shit, but this nigga definitely trying to gaslight him.
Because I just be sitting here listening. I don't say nothing back, but it's like, come on, you saying young niggas read indictments. Everybody read
young
indictments.
niggas
Niggas
read
gotta go off of.
He's waiting for what Trump says about
what-
Diddy.
what-
Then he can make his mind
So
up.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna argue that because it's like,
Trump
what am
said
I gonna
Diddy's a
argue
good
with?
friend.
He
It is.
doesn't form an
I don't
opinion
understand.
until Trump does. You didn't notice that? When Trump say
I mean-
when Trump say something good about the Teamsters, he gonna come right back on this same platform and say, "Shout out the Teamsters, drill baby drill."
Trump likes the Teamsters.
I just don't think what you said
I
about the
don't.
Teamsters, it makes sense, but it don't, because like I said, I don't think most right-wing people care about politics within their job. That's something that they actually cringe and frown upon. Like, for the most part, when you see the DEI thing and those things of that nature, that comes from more leftist, left-wing people, whereas in blue-collar workers just want to go to work and go home. Let's keep it 100. I don't think people are looking for political images when they go into work. They're not looking for Trump's face. They're not looking for Kamala's face. They're looking to make their fucking money and get home. That's really what they're trying to do, especially people who are blue-collar workers. It's a bunch of them out there, and that's exactly how they feel compared to the left people who want that political, what would you call it, representation within their job.
So why this thing-
Shout out to blue collar
Nigga working
workers.
15 hours a day, don't give a fuck if, you feel me? They don't give a
Facts.
fuck
No,
about
that's
that,
a
bro.
fact.
They
'Cause I
don't
can
care
speak
about
from
that.
experience.
I don't
Because
think they care
unlike
about
him, I don't work in a nursery home. Shout out all the blue collar workers.
I don't
Shout
think-
out the hard hat gang. I'm gonna say it like this though. A
Hold
lot
on,
of
but
them
at the same
guys-
time, you are right about the Teamsters, because when you do take a step back, even with the mob and how they infiltrated unions and used it for their own monetary gain. So obviously that's still going on. But two
just
things
extortion.
can be true. I think people who are working for the unions can get paid more and that be good for them. Meanwhile, it may be helping somebody that might not need the
The
help.
mob
along the
needed
road.
to transport.
So
Exactly. But you tell me this. You look at the top of anything from politics to business and show me where there's no corruption.
There's always
Yeah, there's-
corruption.
From
It's everywhere,
entertainment, from politics, from business, you get to the top of the food chain, it's corruption. So all that bullshit you in here preaching, the Teamsters are corrupt. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
It don't matter.
Shout out to the unions, nigga. They are providing high-paying
unions.
jobs with good benefits in an economy where they want you working for peanuts. They want you eating fucking insects out of a can. They want you fucking paying $13 a gallon for gas, nigga. They want you a literal slave.
The unions
and unions defend you from
The
that.
unions want you to pay $13 for gas. That's why they supported the candidate for president who raised gas prices to the highest point in history. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, they got finesse.
You keep saying they got finesse. They didn't get finesse. They got paid the fuck off. That's what they got. Those union bosses are taking bribes and they are in cahoots with everybody who's fucking over the workers. Trust me, I know from experience. On top of that, yes, who's president, who's in politics should not impact your day-to-day walk as far as going to work and stuff like that. You should be able to go to work, get your money, go home, take care of your family, and not have to even worry about who's president, right? Like in the 90s or the early 2000s. Here's the problem. You have political candidates now who are so fucking inept and so greedy that they want to come after everyone else's pockets, even the smallest worker. Listen, that's what people like Kamala Harris is doing. She's trying to have a policy of tax and spend politics. I want to give away all this money to all this dumb shit, so I gotta have money to give away. I can't keep taking it from the rich because they fund my campaign. She's freaking endorsed by Google, Raytheon, all the corporations. These people have convinced people that they're against the same corporations that are funding their campaign.
Let me ask you this. So Kamala people come, tap on your shoulder, say, look, man, we got 500 bands for you. You've been going hard on Kamala. Endorse her. We got 500 bands right now.
Oh, I'm endorsing her.
So shut the fuck up.
Why wouldn't I
Shout out
endorse
to the unions.
Why wouldn't I endorse
He's
her?
mad he's not getting these payoffs.
For $500,000?
He's mad he's not getting these payoffs. He's mad he's not getting these union wages. He's mad he ain't got these union benefits. Shout out to all the union workers across the country that's keeping this country going.
I'm gonna take $500,000.
Niggas like him don't understand the type of work that's going on down there. Don't understand the type of risk people taking down there. As green as the job looks and as good as the benefits and the pay are, your life is still on the line with a lot of these jobs. And unless you're down there in the trenches, you'll never understand that. I've been in the trenches. I've been on jobs where you can die. So I see the risk. Yeah, we make it look easy, but that shit ain't easy. People deserve every fucking cent they make down there. Fuck what these jealous motherfuckers like him is talking about. Get your fat ass down there, fill out an application. They might hire you, nigga. But then again, they might not, because automation is taking all the motherfucking jobs.
I've worked at a refinery before.
So if they didn't have that automation, you might be down there, nigga. So you might need to join the Teamsters and try to get the automation out there so they can hire fat fucks like you to drive these trucks.
I worked at the refinery before. But